Welcome to Washington Hall.
Before we begin, please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices.
Flash photography is not permitted.
In the event of an emergency, look to the exits. The one that you entered through and the one backstage.
Thank you for coming to the show. It is now with pleasure that we present to you
The Ghost of Hamlet Sr.
Queen Gertrude of Denmark, widow of the former king.
And her current husband, King Claudius of Denmark.
Claudius, his advisor, and father of...
Laertes.
and...
Ophelia.
Rosencrantz,
and Guildenstern,
old friends
of the princess.
Bernardo.
And Marcellus. Guards of Elsinore.
First player,
And second player.
Tragedians of the city.
Referee.
Osric,
Gravedigger.
Messenger,
Priest.
Horatio, closest friend to
Hamlet, the Princess of Denmark.
Who's there?
Men, answer me! Stand and unfold yourself!
One with the king.
Bernardo,
He.
come most carefully upon your hour.
'Tis struck 12. Get thee to bed, Marcellus.
For this relief, much thanks. 'Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at heart.
Have you heard quiet, guard?
And not a mouse stirring. Oh, hey, stand! Who's there?
Francis Grant,
Say, what, is Horatio there?
a piece of it.
Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him. Therefore, I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this hour, that if again this apparition come, he may approve our eyes and speak to it.
Tush, tush, do not clear.
Nay, then let us once again assail your ears with what we these 2 nights have seen. Last night of all, Marcellus and myself, the bell then being one.
Peace, break thee off, look where it comes again!
In the same figure like the king that's dead.
Looks not like the king. Mark it, Horatio!
Most like it heralds me with fear and wonder.
Now, as a scholar, speak to it, Horatio!
What art thou that usurpest this time of night? If thou hast any voice, speak to me! If there be any good thing to be done which may to thee do ease and grace to me, oh speak! If thou art privy to thy conscience fate, which happily, or knowing may avoid, oh speak! By heaven, I charge thee! Speak!
It is offended.
See how it starts away.
Stay! Speak! Speak! By heaven, I charge thee, speak!
How now, Horatio? You're pale and tremble with fear. Is not this something more than fantasy?
Before my God, I might not this believe without the sensible and true vouch of mine own eyes.
Thus twice before I jump at this dead hour, with martial stock hath he gone by our watch.
In what particular thought to work I know not, but in the gross and scope of my opinion, this bodes some strange eruption to our state. Break we our watch up. By my advice, let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet. For upon my life, this spirit, dumb to us, will speak to her.
Let's do it, and I this morning know what we shall find her most convenient.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it is befitted to bear our hearts and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we, as 'twere with an auspicious and a dropping eye, with mirth in funeral and with dirge in marriage, taken to wife. Nor have we herein barred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone in this affair along. For all, our thanks. And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us of some suit. What is it, Laertes? You cannot speak of reason to the Dane and lose your voice.
My dread lord, your leave and favor to return to France.
Come, what says your father? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, robbed from me my slow leave by laboursome petition, and at last, upon his will, I sealed my hard consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine, and thy best gracious send it at thy will. And now, our cousin Hamlet and my child.
A little more than kin, and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted colour off. Thou know'st 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam, 'tis common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam. Nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother. Together with all moods, forms, shapes of grief that can denote me truly, these indeed do seem. But I have that within which passes show. These are but the trappings and the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. But you must know, your father lost a father. That father lost his, and the survivor bound for some time to do obsequious sorrow. Yet to persevere in obstinate condolence, it is a course of most impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. We pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe, and think of us as of a father. For let the world take note, you are the most immediate to our throne. For your intent in going back to Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire, and we beseech you to remain here in the cheer and comfort of our eye.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg.
I shall in all my best obey you, madam.
Come, away. This gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling in my heart. Come, madam.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt. Thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting had not fixed his canon against self-slaughter. God! How weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seems to me all the uses of this world. Fie upon it. Fie! That it should come to this! But 2 months dead. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king that was to this, Hyperion to a satyr. Heaven and earth, must I think on it? Why she would hang on him, as if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on, and yet within a month! Frailty, thy name is woman. A little month, or ere those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body, like Naomi, all tears, why she, even she, God! A beast that once discourse of reason would have mourned longer. Married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules. O most wicked speed, to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets, it is not, nor cannot come to good. But break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to you, lady.
Oh. I'm glad to see thee well, Horatio. Or, I do forget myself. Marcellus, what make you from Wittenberg?
A truant disposition, good my lady.
Come, I would not hear your enemies say so. But what is your affair in Elsinore? Will teach you to drink deep ere you depart?
My lady, I came to see your father's funeral.
I pray you, fellow student, do not mock me. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lady, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage table. My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lady?
In my mind's eye, Horatio. He was a man, taken for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
My lady, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw? Who?
My lady, the king, your father.
The king, my father! What?
Seizing your admiration for a while within a tight ear till I may deliver this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch, in the dead vast in the middle of the night, had been encountered. A figure like your father, on that point exactly cap of pay, appears before them.
Where was this?
My lady, upon the platform where we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lady, I did, but answer made it none.
'Tis very strange.
My lady, by heaven, 'tis true.
No, indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. We'll do the watch again tonight.
We do, my lady.
Saw you his face?
Yes, my lady.
What looked he frowningly?
A countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
And fixed he his eyes upon you?
Oh, most constantly.
Why would I have been there?
Would much amazed you.
Very like. Very like. I will watch with you tonight. Perchance to walk again.
I warrant it will.
If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. I pray you, good friends, if you have hitherto concealed the sight, let it be tenable in your silence still. I will requite your loves.
Our duty to your honor.
Your loves is my due. Farewell. Oh, would the night were come. Till then sit still my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes.
And sister, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet and the trifling of her favor, think it as of a toy in blood. No more.
No more but so.
Think it no more. Perhaps she loves you now, but you must fear her greatness weighed. Her will is not her own. She may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for herself, for on her choice depends the safety and the weight of this whole kingdom. Then weigh what loss your honor may sustain, if with too prudent ear you list her songs, or her letters, or your chaste treasure open to her unmastered importunity. Fear it. Fear it, Ophelia. Best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else near.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchmen to my heart. But good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the path of dalliance treads.
Oh, fear me not. But here my father comes.
Yet here, ladies, aboard for shame. And these few precepts in thy memory, see thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue nor any unproportioned thought his act. Those friends thou hast and their adoption tried, grapple them to thy soul with hoops of steel. Beware of entrance to a court, but being in, that the opposed may beware of thee. Ha ha! Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. This above all, to thine own self be true. And it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Oh, farewell. My blessing season this in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord. And sister? Do not forget what I said to you.
This is in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is it, Ophelia, he hath said to you?
So please you, my lord, something touching the Lady Hamlet.
Ah, married, well bethought. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
She hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of her affection to me.
Affection? You speak like a green girl. Do you believe these tenders, as you call them?
I do not know what I should think, my lord.
Mary, I'll teach you then. Think yourself a baby as you attain these tenders for true pain, which is not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, girl.
She hath given countenance to her speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Aye, springes to catch woodcocks. I do know, when the blood burns, how prodigal the soul as the tongue vows. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth, have you so slander any moment leisure as to give words or talk with the Lady Hamlet. Look to it, I charge. Now come your words.
I shall obey, my lord.
King doth wake tonight and takes his rouse. He keeps wassail in the swaggering upspring reels, and as he brings his cups of Rhenish down, a kettle drum and trumpet thus bray out the triumph of his pledge.
Is it a custom?
Aye, merriest.
Look, my lady, he comes!
Oh, angels and ministers to grace defend us! Be thou a spirit of help or goblin hand, I'll speak to thee. I'll call thee Father, Family, King, Royalty! Answer me! Let me not burst in ignorance! Say, what is this? What should we do?
It beckons you to go away with it.
Do not go with it.
It will not speak. Then I will follow it.
Do not, my lady.
Why? What should be the fear? I do not set my life in a pin's fee, and for my soul, what can it do to that being a thing immortal as itself? It waves me forth again. I'll go with it.
What if it leads you toward the flood, my lady? What to the dreadful summit of the cliff, which feels o'er his base into the sea, and there assume some other horrible form, which might deprive your sovereignty of reason and draw you into madness?
It waves me still. Go on. I'll follow thee.
Shall not go, my lady.
Unhand me.
You shall not go. Be ruled.
My fate cries out. Let go. I'll be a ghost of him that lets me. I say, away. Go on. I'll follow thee.
Nay, let's follow. 'Tis not bid us to obey her.
Have after. To what issue will this come?
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Heaven will direct it.
Let's follow her.
Where wilt thou lead me? Speak. I'll go no further.
Marjorie!
I will.
My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Oh, alas, poor ghost.
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fasting fires till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. But that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house, I could a tale unfold, whose lightest word would harrow up thy spirit, make thy eyes start like stars from thy spears. But this eternal blazon must not be to ears of flesh and blood. List! List, oh list! If thou didst ever thy dearest father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder! Murder most foul, as in the best of times it is, but this most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Oh, haste me to know it that I with wings as swift as meditation or the thoughts of love may sweep to my revenge.
I find thee out. 'Tis given that sleeping in thy orchard, a serpent stumbled. But know thou, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown!
Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle!
Aye! That damned, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft of his wit won to his shameful lust. The will of
my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet! Hamlet! What a falling off was there! And me, whose love was of that dignity that it went hand in hand even with the vow I made to her in marriage, and to decline upon a wretch whose virtues were poor to those of mine. But virtue, as it never will be moved, though lewdness courted in the shape of heaven, so lust, though to a radiant angel linked, will sate itself in a celestial bed and prey on garbage. But soft, brief let me be. 'Tis given out that sleeping in my orchard, as was always my custom upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole, and with juice of cursed Lebanon in the porches of my ear did pour the leprous distilment. Oh, horrible, horrible, most horrible! Thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest! But howsoever thou pursuest this act, retain not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge to prick and sting her. Adieu.
No.
Adieu!
No.
Hamlet, remember me!
Oh, heaven. Oh, earth. And what else? Shall I couple hell? Hold my heart. And you, my sinews, grow not instant old, but bear me stiffly up. Remember thee. I, thou poor ghost, whose memory holds a seat in this distracted globe, remember thee. I, from the tables of my mind, I'll wipe away all trivial, fond records that youth and observation copied there, and thy commandments all alone shall live within the book and volume of my mind. Oh, most pernicious woman. Villain! Villain! Smiling, damned villain! My table's meat it is, I set it down that won me. Smile! And smile, and be a villain. At least I'm sure it may be so in Denmark. So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word. It is adieu. Adieu! Remember me. I have sworn it.
My lady?
Heaven secure her!
My lady! Lady Hamlet!
So be it.
Hello? Oh!
Hello, boy! Come, bird, come!
What is my lady?
Oh, wonderful.
Good, my lady. Tell it.
No. You'll reveal it.
Not I, my lady, by heaven.
Nor I, my lady.
There's ne'er a villain dwelling in all of Denmark. But he's an errant knave.
There needs no ghost, my lady, come from the grave to tell us this.
My right. You are in the right, and so without more circumstance at all, I find it meet that we shake hands and part. Like you, I'll go pray.
These are but wild and whirling words, my lady.
I am sorry if they offend you. Yes, faith, heartily.
There's no offense, my lady.
Yes, by St. Patrick. But there is Horatio and such offense too. Touching this vision I have seen, it is an honest ghost, that let me tell you. Friends, grant me one poor request.
What is it, my lady? We will.
Never to speak of this you've seen here tonight.
No, my lady, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
Propose the oath, my lady.
Never to make known what you've seen here.
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
Therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome, Horatio. There are more things in heaven and earth that are dreamt of in your philosophy. But come, strange or odd I shall bear myself, as I perchance hereafter shall think meet, to put an antic disposition on, that you, as sometimes seeing me, never shall note that you know aught of me. This not to do. So grace and mercy at your most need help. Where? Rest, perturbed spirit. Rest. Come, friends. Let us go in together. Oh, the time is out of joint. Cursed spite that ever I was born to set it right. Nay, but come. Let us go together.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you, the need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something you have heard of our dear Hamlet's transformation. What it is, more than her dear father's death, that hath put her so much from an understanding of herself, I cannot dream. We do beseech you, that you, being of so young days brought up with her, and you so neighbor to her youth and behavior, that you may draw her on to pleasures, so that by occasions you may glean whether aught to us unknown that afflicts her thus, that opened, lies within our remedy.
Your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
We here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed daughter.
The ambassador from Norway, my good lord, is joyfully returned.
Thou hast ever been the father of good news.
And I do think, or else this brain of mine hunts not the trail of policy so sure as it hath used to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that I do long to hear.
Well, my liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, and night, night, and time is time. We're nothing but waste like day and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble child is mad. Mad, I call it, for to define true madness. What is it but to be nothing else but mad? But let that go.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. But she is mad. 'Tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity. And pity it is, 'tis true. a foolish figure. But farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad, let us grant her. And now it remains that we must find the cause of this effect, or rather say the cause of this defect. For this effect, defective, comes by cause. Thus it remains, and the remainder thus. I have a daughter, half she is mine, who in her duty and obedience hath told me this. Now gather and surmise.
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lady Hamlet, her garments all unbraced, no hat upon her head, her stockings fouled, ungartered, down-gived to her ankle, pale as her shirt, and with a look so piteous in purport as if she had been loose out of hell to speak of horrors. She comes before me. She took me by the wrist and held me hard, and with her other hand thus o'er her brow, she took to such perusal of my face as she would draw it. Long stayed she so, and then at last a little shaking of my arm, and thrice her head thus waving up and down, she raised a sigh so hideous and profound as it did seem to shatter all her bulk and end her being. This done, she lets me go, and with her head o'er her shoulder turned, she seemed to find her way without her eyes, for out of doors she went without their helps, and to the last bended their light on me.
Is she mad for thy love?
Furthermore, to the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. God, that's a vile phrase, an ill phrase. But you shall hear in her excellent white bosom, the These, etc., etc., etc. Doubt thou the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. This in obedience hath my daughter shown me.
But how hath she received thy love?
And what do you think of me?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. But what might you think when I had seen this hot love on the wing, as I perceived it? I must tell you that. Thus I did bespeak. The Lady Hamlet is a princess out of thy star. This must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from her resort, and she, repulsed, fell into the madness wherein she now raves, and we all mourn for.
Do you think 'tis this?
It may be, very likely.
Had there been such a time, I would fain know that I have positively said, "'Tis so," when it hath proved otherwise.
Not that I know. How may we try it?
Well, you know, sometimes she walks 4 hours together in the lobby. At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to her. Be you and I behind an arras then, mark the encounter. If she love her not, or be not fallen from her reason thereon, let me be no assistant for estate, but keep a farm and carters.
We shall try it.
But look where the poor wretch comes reading.
Oh wait, I do beseech you both away. I'll warn her presently. Ha! Oh, go, give me leave. How does my good Lady Hamlet?
Oh, God have mercy.
Do you know me, my lady?
Excellent, well, you are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lady.
Then I wish you were so honest a man. Say, come, have you a daughter?
I have, my lady. Still harping on my daughter. Yet she knew me not at first. She said I was a fishmonger. Oh, she is far gone. What is it that you read, my lady?
Oh, words. Words. Words.
What is the matter, my lady?
Between who?
I mean the matter that you read, my lady.
Oh, slander, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, their eyes purging thick amber and plum-tree gum, that they have a plentiful lack of wit, together with most weak hands, all of which, sir, though I most powerfully and potently believe, yet hold it not honesty to have it thus set down. For yourself, sir, should be as old as I am, if, like a crab, you could go backward.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out to the air, my lady?
And into my grave.
Indeed, that is, out to the air. No, my most honourable lady, I will most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot take from me, sir, anything I will more willingly part withal. Oh, except my life. Except my life. Except my life. Oh.
Very well, my lady.
These devious old fools.
My honorable lady.
My most dear lady!
My excellent good friends! How does the villain serve? Oh, Rosencrantz! Good friends! How do you both?
As the indifferent children of earth, my lady.
Happy in that we are not over happy. Unfortunate's cap, we are not the very bucky.
Nor the sole of her shoes.
Neither, my lady.
Then perhaps you live about her waist, or in the middle of her favors.
Fate for private sweet.
But come, what news?
Not my lady, but that the world's grown eyes.
Then is doomsday near. But come, your news is not honest. Let me be more particular. What have you, my excellent good friends, deserved at the hands of fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lady.
Aye, Denmark's a prison.
Then it's a well one.
Aye, a very goodly one with many confines, wards, and dungeons. Denmark being one of the worst.
We think not so, my lady.
Why then 'tis none to you, for there is nothing either good or bad. Thinking makes it so.
My lady, your ambition makes it one. 'Tis too narrow for your mind.
God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I have bad dreams. But come, in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
My lady, we came to see you on all their occasion.
You were sent for. Come, there's something of a confession in your looks. I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
Well, I mean, my lady, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. It goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire. And yet, it appears no other thing to me than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is a man. How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in action how like an angel, in apprehension how like a god. The beauty of the earth, the paragon of animals, and yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? No, man delights not me, nor woman, neither, though by her smiling you would seem to say so.
My lady, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why then did you laugh when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lady, if man delights you not, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you? We coded them on our way, and hither are they coming to offer you service.
What players are they?
Oh, those you want to take delight in, the tragedians of the city.
Is it possible?
There are the players.
Friends, you are welcome in Elsinore. But my uncle, father, and aunt mother are deceived. I am but now north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. Come, sir, are the players ready?
Come, sirs! My lady, the actors are come hither, my lady. Upon mine honor, it's in the actors.
And in came an actor on his ass.
You know, these are the best actors in the world. For tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral comical, historical pastoral, tragical, comical, historical pastoral, scene, indivisible, our poem unlimited.
Oh, you're welcome, master. Welcome. Oh, I'm glad to see thee well. Oh, my old friend. Come, let's have a speech straight. Come, a taste of your quality. Let's have a passionate speech.
What speech, my lady?
'Twas one ouchie'sly loved. 'Twas Aeneas's tale to Dido, and thereabout of it especially, where he talks of pride and slaughter. If it live in your memory, begin.
But who, oh who had seen the Moblet Queen?
That's good. Mablet Queen is good.
Run barefoot up and down, threatening the flames with bison room, a clout upon the head where late the diadem stood, and for a robe about her link, and all o'er team loins a blanket, in the alarm of fear caught up. Who this had seen, with tongue in venom steeped gainst fortune state, would treason have pronounced? But the gods themselves did see, the Queen Hecuba then, when she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sport in mincing with his sword her husband's limbs, the instant burst of clamor that she made, oh, unless things mortal moved them not at all, would have made milch the burning eyes of heaven, and passion in the gods.
Oh, look whether he has not turned his colour and has tears in his eyes. I pray you, no more.
As well. I'll have you speak up the rest soon. My lord, will you see the players well bestowed?
Come, sirs.
Follow him, friends. We'll have a play tomorrow night. Just so hear me, old friend. Canst thou play the murder of Gonzaga?
Yes, mother.
We'll have it tomorrow night. Follow that lord and look you. Pray you. Mock him not. Good friends, you are welcome till night.
Good, my lady.
God be with you. And now I am alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I! What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? What would he do had he the motive and cue for passion that I have? Why, he would drown the stage with tears, make mad the guilty and appall the free. Am I a coward? Oh, vengeance. This is most brave. That I, the daughter of a dear father murdered, must, like a whore, unpack my heart with words. I want it. Ugh. About my brain. I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have by the very cunning of the scene been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father. I'll observe his looks. I'll tempt him to the quick. If he but blench, I know my course. The spirit I have seen may be the devil, and the devil hath the power to assume a pleasing shape. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
We have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that she, as 'twere by accident, here front Ophelia.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious so please you, let's bestow ourselves. I hear her coming.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end a heartache in the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There is the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Who would mortals bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life? But at the dread of something after death, that undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought. And enterprises of great pit and moment with this regard, their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. So, fair Ophelia. Nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lady, how does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well. Well.
My lady, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, I never gave you aught.
My honored lady, you know right well you did. Take these again, for to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lady. Are you honest, my lady? Are you fair? What means your lady?
I did love you once.
Indeed, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
Then was I the more deceived?
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? For I myself am indifferent, honest, yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. What should creatures such as I do crawling between earth and heaven? Mere air and knaves all. Believe none of us. Go thy ways. To a nunnery. Where is your father?
At home, my lady.
And let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own home. Farewell!
Oh, you helper, you have sweet heavens.
Thou dost needs, Mary. I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. Go. Farewell. Or, if thou must needs marry a fool. For wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. Go to a nunnery quickly too. Farewell. I've heard of your paintings too well enough. God has given you one face, and you make yourselves another. Go to. I'll no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say, we'll have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one, shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery, go! Farewell!
What a noble mind is here o'erthrown. The courtiers, scholars, soldiers, eye, tongue, sword, the observed of all observers, quite down. And I of ladies most deject and wretched, that such the music, the honey of her music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason like sweet bells jangled, out of tune and harsh. Oh, woe is me, to see what I have seen, see what I've seen.
Ophelia, you need not tell us what happened. We saw it all.
Love. Her affection does not that way tend, nor what she spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There is something in her soul on which her melancholy sits unbrewed. I have in quick determination thus set it down. She shall to England. What think you on it?
It shall do well, but let her queen mother all alone entreat her to show her grief. And let her be round with her, and I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find her not, then to England send her, or confine her where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madness and great ones must not unwatch it go.
But oh, Horatio!
Here, sweet lady, at your service.
Thou art e'en as just a man as e'er my conversation coped withal.
Oh, my most dear lady.
Nay, do not think I flatter. Give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core. Aye, in my heart of hearts as I do thee. Something too much of this. There is a play tonight before the king, one scene of which coming near the circumstances I have told thee of my father's death. I pray thee, when thou seest that act afoot, observe my uncle.
Well, my lady.
So, they're coming. Find you a seat. I must be idle.
How fair is our cousin Hamlet?
Oh, excellent. In faith of the chameleon's dish, I of the air. Promise, Grant, you cannot keep the cape on so.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, nor mine now. Good, my lord. You say you played once in the university.
Yeah, that I did, my lady, and was accounted a good actor.
What did you enact?
I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed in the Capitol. Brutus killed me.
Party deals with capital and calf there. Come, are the players ready?
Come hither, Hamlet. Come sit by me.
No, mother. Here is my more attractive. Good, my lady, may I lie in your lap?
No, my lady.
I mean my head upon your lap.
I, my lady.
What? Did you think I talked of country matters?
Take nothing, my lady.
'Tis a fair thought to lie between maids' legs.
What is, my lady?
Nothing.
You are married, my lady.
Who? I?
I, my lady.
Oh, God. You're only jig maker. For what's a man to do but be married? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died only within these past 2 hours.
Nay, it's been twice 2 months, my lady.
So long. Why then let the devil wear black? I'll have a suit of sables. Players.
What do you call the play?
The Mousetrap. Mary, how? Tropically. This play is the image of a murder done in Vienna. The Duke's name's Gonzaga. His wife, Baptista. 'Tis a knavish piece of work, you shall see anon. For your majesty and those of us that have free souls, it touches us not. But let the gall of jade wince, our withers are unwrung. Nephew to the king. Oh, horrible. He murders him in the garden for his estate. Oh, the play's extant in written choice Italian. You shall see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzaga's wife.
Give me some light!
Get on the play! Lights! 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 Give us some lights, I say! Come on! Lights! Lights! Lights!
Oh, Horatio! Horatio, I'll take the ghost's words for 1,000 pounds! Didst perceive?
Very well, my lady.
Come, send me to work. Come, the recorders! For if the king like not the comedy, why then, like he likes it not.
King, ma'am,
Some music? Aye, sir, what of him?
is in his retirement marvelous distemper.
With drink, sir?
No, my lady, rather with choler. The queen your mother, in most great amazement and affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
How wonderful of a daughter who can so amaze a mother. You're welcome.
Nay, good my lady, this welcome is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to give me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's command. If not, your pardon and my return shall be the end of my business.
I cannot, sir.
What?
Give you wholesome answer, sir. My wit's diseased. Oh. But come, my mother, what of her?
She desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed.
Well, then we shall obey. She's 10 times our mother. Come, have you any further trade with us, sir?
My lady, you once did love me.
So do I still. By these pickers and stealers.
Good my lady, what is your cause of distemper?
Oh, the recorders! Come, let me see. Sir, will you play upon this pipe?
My lady, I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
My lady, I know no touch of it.
'Tis easy as lying. Look you, here are the stops.
But these cannot I command with any semblance of harmony. I have not the skill.
Why, look you now, how unworthy the thing you make of me. You would play upon me. You would would seem to know my stops. Slug! Do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you may play on me, you may not fret upon me. Leave me, friends. Now is the very witching time of night. When churchyards yawn, and hell itself breathes out contagion on the world. Now could I drink hot blood, and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look upon. I must to my mother. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none.
I like her not, nor stands it safe with us to let her madness range. Therefore prepare you. I your commission shall forthwith dispatch to England. Go!
My lord! She's coming to her mother's closet! Behind the arras, I'll convey myself.
There, steer, my lord. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon it, a brother's murder. Pray, can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will my stronger, guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man to double business bound, I pause where I shall first begin in both neglect. What? If this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood, is there not rain enough in sweet heaven, wash it white as snow? Whereto serves mercy, but to confront the visage of offense? What's in prayer but this twofold force, our pardon being down ere we come to pass? And I look up. My form of prayer can serve my turn. Forgive me my most foul murder. How can this be when I am still possessed of the effects for which I did the murder? My crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be possessed of the effects for which they did the murder? In the corrupt currents of the world, offence's gilded hand may shove by justice, and oft 'tis seen the wicked prize itself buys out the law. But 'tis not so above. There the action lies in his true nature, and we ourselves compelled even to the teeth and forehead of our faults to give an evidence. What then? What rests? Try what repentance can, what can it not? And what can it when one cannot repent? Oh, limed soul that struggling to be free art more engaged. Help, angels. Make assay. Bow stubborn knees and heart with strings of steel be soft as sinews of the newborn babe. Oh, all may be well.
Now that I do it pat. Now he is free. And now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven. So am I revenged. That would be scanned. A villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole child, do that same villain sent to heaven? This is pay and salary, not revenge. To take him in the purging of his soul when he is fit and seasoned for his passage. No. When he is drunk, asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, at gaming, swearing, or about some act that has no relish of salvation in it. Then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and that his soul may be as damned and black as hell, whereto it goes. My mother stays. His physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
Words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
She will come straight. Look, you lay hold to her. Tell her that her pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace has screened and stood between much heat and her. Or scots me even here. But pray you be round with her.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
I'll warrant you, fear me not. Withdraw, I hear her coming.
Oh no, Mother. What's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother? Thou hast my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No. By the rood, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and when it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you who can speak.
Come, come and sit you down. You shall not budge. You will not till I set you up a glass where you may see the innermost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help! Help! Help!
What? Help!
How now, right? Dead for a ducat, dead!
Help me! What hast thou done?
Nay, I know not, is it the king?
I am slain.
What a rash and bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king.
Aye, lady, it was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thee for thy better.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, and makes marriage vows as false as dicer's oath.
Ay me, what acts that bar so loud and thunders in the index?
Look you here, upon this picture, and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on this brow, Hyperion's curls, with an eye like Mars to threaten and command. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for at your age the heyday and the blood is tame. It is humble and waits on the judgment. And what judgment could go from this to this? Shame! Where is thy blush?
Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turns my eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grated spots as will not leave their taint.
A villain and a murderer. A slave was not 20th part the type of your preceding lord.
No more, no more.
The king of shreds and patches. Oh, save me. Tower on me with your wings, you heavenly guards. She's mad. Do not you come your tardy one to chide, you last in time and passion. Let's go by the important acting of your dread command. Oh, say!
Remember, this visitation is to whet thy almost blunted purpose. Oh, come between your mother and her fighting soul. Speak to her, Hamlet. Conceit in weakest body, strongest works. Speak to her.
How is it with you, lady?
Alas, how is with you that you do bend your eye on vacancy and hold discourse with the incorporeal air? Whereon do you look?
On him! On him! See how pale he stares.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet all there is I see.
Oh, look where he goes. My father in his heaven where he lives. See how he stalks away, even now out of the portal.
This is the very coinage of your brain, this bodiless creation, ecstasy is very cunning in.
Ecstasy. My pulse, as yours, doth temperately keep time and makes this healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Mother, for the love of God, confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past, avoid what is to come, and do not spread compost on the weeds to make them rancor.
Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Oh, throw away the worser part, and leave the pure with the other half. Good night, mother, but go not to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue if you have it not. Good night. For the same Lord, I do repent. That heaven hath pleased it so to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister. I will bestow him, and answer well the death I gave him. Once more, good night. I must be cruel, only to be kind. Less bad beginnings and worse remains behind. One word more, good lady.
What?
That I am not in madness, but mad in craft.
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath, and breath of life, I have no life to breathe what thou hast said to me.
I must to England. Do you know that?
Alack, I had forgot. 'Tis so concluded on.
Indeed, his counselor is now most still, most secret, most grave. He was in life a foolish, prating knave. Come, sir. To draw toward an end with you. Good night, mother.
Oh, Gertrude, how does Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and wind, when both contend which is the mightier. In her lawless fit, behind the arras, hearing something stir, whiffs out her rapier, cries, a rat, and in this brainish apprehension, kills the unseen good old man.
Oh, heavy deed! It had been so with us had we been there. Her liberty is full of threats to all, to you, yourself, to us, to everyone. Alas, how shall this bloody deed be answered? To keep it from divulging, shall it feed even to the pith of life? Ho! Guildenstern! Friends both, Hamlet in madness hath Polonius slain, and from her mother's closet hath she dragged him. How dangerous is it that this girl goes loose? Go, seek her out. But must not we put the strong law on her? This bloody deed, to keep it from divulging, shall feed even to the pith of life. Ho, Hamlet! Where's Polonius?
At supper.
At supper? Where?
Not where he eats, where he is eaten. There's a certain convocation of politic worms even as.
Alas,
A
alas.
man may fish with the worm that hath eat of a king, and eat of the fish that hath fed of that worm.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven. Send hither to find it out. But if your messenger find him not there, then seek him out the other place yourself. But indeed, if you find him not within the month, then you shall nose him as you go up the lobby and into the stairs.
Hamlet, this deed for thine especial safety, which we do dearly tender, as we do grieve for that which thou hast done, must send thee hence with fiery quickness. Ready thyself. The bark is ready, and the associates tend. The wind is bent for England.
England! Good.
Aye, Hamlet. So it is if thou knewest our purposes.
I see a cherub that sees them. But come, for England. Farewell, dear mother.
My loving father, Hamlet.
My mother. Mother and father are man and wife are one flesh, and so my mother. But come for England!
And England, if my love thou hold'st at aught, proclaim by letters congruent to that effect the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England, till I know 'tis done, however mayhaps my joy were ne'er begun.
I will not speak with her.
She is importunate, indeed distract. Her moods will needs be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father. Says she hears there's tricks in the world, and hems and beats her heart. Oh, 'twere good she were spoken with, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding minds.
Let her come in. To my sick soul, as sin's true nature is, each toy seems but prologue to some great amiss. Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark? How now, Ophelia? Say you? Pray you, mark! He is dead and gone, lady. He is dead and gone. At his head, a grass-green turf. At his heels, a stone. Nay, but Ophelia, pray you, mark! White his shroud as the mountain snow. Alas, look here, my lord.
How do you, pretty lady?
Shh, shh. Lord, we know what we are, but we know not what we may be. God be at your table.
Conceit upon her father?
Let's have no words of this. Shh. But if they ask you what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, and on the morning betime, and I am made at your window to be your Valentine. Then up she rose and donned her clothes and ducked the chamber door. Let in a maid, that out a maid never departed more. I pray that all will be well. My brother shall know of it. And so, I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night, good night.
I pray you, good Horatio, wait upon her. Gertrude, Gertrude! When sorrows come, they come not in single spies, but in battalions. Her brother is come from France, with pestilent speeches of her dear father, his dear father's death. Oh, these many sorrows, like to a murdering piece in many places, gives me superfluous death. Oh, what noise is that? O thou vile king, give me thy father!
Call me good Laertes.
The drop of blood that's calm proclaims me bastard, cries cuckold to my father, brands the harmony here between the chaste, unsmirched brows of my dear father. Let come what comes, only I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father. Good Laertes, why dost thou rebellion look so giant-like? Speak, man! Let him go, Gertrude! Where is my father? Dead.
But not by him.
Let him demand his fill. How came he dead? I'll not be juggled with. To hell allegiance, vows to the blackest devil, conscience and grace to the profoundest pit. This point I stand, that both the world I give to negligence, only will be revenged most thoroughly for my father. But Laertes, is it writ in thy revenge that swoop stake you will draw on both friend and foe alike, winner and loser? None but his enemies. Why, now thou speakest like a good friend and a true gentleman, that I am guiltless of thy dear father's death, and am most sensible in grief for it. It shall as level to your judgment pierce as day does to your eye. How now? What noise is that?
They bore him barefaced on the bier. Hey nanny, nanny, hey nanny. And in his grave rained many a tear. well, my dove?
As thou thy wits and didst persuade revenge, it could not move me thus.
Here's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray you, love, remember.
Document in madness, thoughts and remembrance fitted.
Here's pansies. That's for thoughts. Here's fennel for you. And columbines. Here's rue for you. And here's some for me. We may call it Herb Grace Sundays. Oh, you must wear your rue with a difference. There's a daisy. I would I had some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end. For bonny sweet Robin is all my joy.
Do you see this, O God? Thy heaven, thy madness shall be paid by weight till our scale turn the beam. O Rose of May, kind sister, dear maid, sweet Ophelia, is it meet that a young maid's wit should be as mortal as an old man's life? Laertes, I must commune with your grief, or you deny me right. It shall be so. Of my dear father's death and of his funeral, I must call it in question. So shall it be. And where the offense is, let the great axe fall. Come, away. Now I must your conscience my acquittance feel, and you must put me in your hearts for friends. I loved your father, and we love ourselves, and that must teach you to remember the... Ho! Who goes there? Hamlet comes hither. Lost in it, my lord. But let her come. It warms the very sickness in my heart that I may tell her to her teeth, thus diest thou. So shall it be. Good Laertes, will you be ruled by me? Aye, my lord, so you will not rule me to a peace. To thine own peace. If she come now, I shall work her to an exploit under the which she shall not choose but fall. And for her death no wind of blame shall breathe, but even her mother shall call the practice accident. Laertes, did you love your father? Or are you a painting of sorrow, a face without a heart? Why do you ask this, my lord? Not that I think you did not love your father, but because I know that love is begun by time, and that in passages of proof, time qualifies the spark and fire of it. Hamlet comes hither. How wouldst thou prove thy dearest father's son, in deed more than in words? To cut her throat in the church. And for that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought the poison from a mountebank. If it do gall her slightly, it shall be death. Aye, let's think to that further purpose, but soft. When you and she are hot and dry in practice, and she do but beg for drink, I'll have a chalice for the nonce, wherein, if she but sip it, it shall requite our purposes. Ho, Gertrude, Gertrude! How now, sweet queen?
There is a willow grows aslant a brook, which shows his hoary leaves in the glassy street. There with fantastic garlands did she come of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples, our cold maids do, dead men's fingers call them. There on the pendant boughs her coronet weeds clamoring to hang, an envious sliver broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and mermaid-like a while they bore her up, to which time she chanted snatches of old tunes, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay into muddy death.
Alas, then is she drowned?
Drowned. Drowned.
Too much of water hast thou, Ophelia. Therefore I forbid my tears. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but that this folly drowns it. Alas, so much I had to do to calm his rage, and now it breaks. Come, Gertrude.
Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, I heard him cry, his words carried upon the ocean breeze, as he sang beneath the tide. Why this, O daughter of the sea? Why this, did you forget your seaside days? Always the pride of our nation's eyes. How could she go astray?
Is this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave me?
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once, Horatio. The covenant jaws it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone, which is the first murder. Whose grave is this, sirrah?
Mine, mum.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
You lie out on it, mum, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, and yet it is mine.
Thou liest to be in it and say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick. Therefore thou liest.
'Tis a quick lie, mum. Throw the way gang from me to you.
What man dost thou think it for?
For no man, mum.
For what woman, then?
One that was a woman, mum, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the name is. We must keep by the card or equivocation will work with us. How long have you been a grave maker?
Of all the days in the year, I came to it the day our last king Hamlet overcame Fortinbras.
How long is that since?
How cannot you tell that? Any fool can tell that. Here's a skull now. This skull hath lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose skull was it?
A pestilence on him for a mad rogue. He poured a flagon arena, show me head once. This same skull, mum, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This.
Ain't that?
Let me see it. Alas, for Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. Now how abhorrent in my imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Here hung those lips that I have kissed, I know not how oft. Where be your songs now? Your jibes, your gambols? Not one to mock your own grinning. Like chapfallen. Look you. Get you to my lady's chamber. Tell her, let her paint an inch thick. To this favor she must return. Dost thou think Alexander looked to this fashion in the earth?
E'en so.
Oh, and smelled so.
E'en so, my lady.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio. Softly, they're coming.
Yes, then no more be done.
Her obsequies have been as far enlarged as we have warranties. Her death was doubtful, and but that great command o'ersways the order. She should, in ground unsanctified, have rested the last trumpet.
What ceremony else?
No more be done. We should profane the ritual for the dead to sing a requiem for her and such rest as to peace-parted souls.
Her fair and unpolluted flesh may violet spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel will my sister be, while thou liest howling.
The fair Ophelia.
Sweets to the sweet, farewell. I would that thou hadst been my Hamlet's wife. I had hoped thy bride bed to have decked, sweet maid, than to have strewed thy grave.
Treble woe. Oh, 10 times treble on that head, accursed head who thy ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth awhile, till I have caught her once more in mine arms.
Who is he whose
Now
grief?
pile your earth upon the quick and dead.
Who is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil take thy soul!
Thou prayest not well, Hamlet!
Laertes!
Thy really take thy fingers from my lips! Though I be not splendid and rash in eyes, so may be dangerous, which let your wiseness fear! I will fight with them on this matter, so my eyelids no longer wag! My child, what theme? I loved Ophelia! 40,000 brothers with other quantity of love cannot make up my sum. Show me what thou wilt do for her!
Madness, Laertes, for love of God, forbear her!
Soon, show me what thou wilt do! Dost thou come here to whine? To face me with leaping in her grave? Be buried quick with her, and so will I. I'll rant as well as thou. What is the reason that you use me thus? I did love you, ever. But it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew and dog will have his day.
This is mere madness.
Horatio, go after her. Good Gertrude, wait upon your daughter. Calm thyself. Keep thy thoughts on our last actions. This is a speech. Tomorrow night we shall requite ourselves to the prison push. Come, away!
There's a divinity that shapes our ends. Rescue them how we will.
That is most certain.
One night, Horatio, I found, royal knavery, an exact command that my head should be struck off. Being thus bedecked round with villainies, I sat me down, wrote a new commission, an honest conjuration from the king, that on the view and knowing of these contents, he should the bearers put to sudden death.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead?
My man, they didn't make love to this employment. They're not near my conscience. Their defeat does by their own insinuation grow.
Why, what a queen is this?
He that killed my king and abhorred my mother. Is it not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm?
Peace. Who comes here? Your ladyship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir. So know this waterfly.
No, my good lady. Sweet lady, if your ladyship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirits. But come, put your bonnet to his right use, just for the head.
No, good lady, it is very hot.
No, it is very cold. The wind is northerly.
Oh, it is a different cold, my lady, indeed.
But yet, methinks 'tis rather hot and sultry for my complexion.
Oh, exceedingly, my lady, it is very hot. As it were, I cannot tell how, but my lady, his majesty bade me signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. This is the matter.
I beseech you, remember?
Nay, good my lady, for mine ease and good faith. My lady, he is newly come to court Laertes. You are not ignorant of what Excellency Laertes is?
I dare not confess that, sir, lest I should compare with him in excellence. But to know a man well, or to know oneself.
No, my lady, I mean for his weapon, for the imputation laid on him by them. In his meat he's unfellowed.
What weapons, sir?
Oh, rapier and dagger.
Those are two of his weapons.
My lady, the king hath lain that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. And it should come to immediate trial if your lady should vouchsafe the answer.
How if I answer no? I will walk out here in the hall, so please his majesty. 'Tis the breathing time of day with me. Let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him, if I can. If not, I shall gain nothing but my shame when God hits.
Shall I vouchsafe your answer?
Oh, even so, sir, after what flourish your nature would.
Oh, I commend my duty to your ladyship.
Yours.
You will lose, my lady.
I do not think so. Since he's gone into France, I've been in continual practice. I'll win at the odds. Still, let's not think how ills I'll hear about my heart.
Hey, good my lady.
'Tis but foolery. It's such a kind of gain-giving as might trouble a woman.
If your heart dislike anything, obey it.
Not a whit. We defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be not now, yet it will come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet still, it will come. The readiness is all. And since no man knows aught when he leaves, what is it to lead betimes? Therefore, let be.
Come, Hamlet, come, and take this hand from me.
Pardon me, sir. I have done you wrong. Was it Hamlet wrong, Laertes? Never Hamlet. Who does it then? Her madness. If it be so, her madness is poor Hamlet's enemy.
I am satisfied in nature. Come, set the stoups of wine upon the table. If Hamlet get the first or second drink, the king shall drink to Hamlet's better health, and in the cup a pearl shall be thrown. Come, begin. And you, the judge, bear a wary eye.
Foil, sir. Thank you.
One for me.
Come on, sir.
Come, my lady. Ah!
One!
No!
Judgment!
A hit! A very palpable hit!
Come, Hamlet, and take this cup from me. Here's to thy health. Give her the cup.
I'll play the spout first, then by a while. Come. Oh! Another hit! What say you?
A touch I do confess.
Our daughter shall win. Come, Hamlet, take my napkin, wipe thy brows. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Good, madam.
Do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is the poison cup. It is too late.
No, I dare not drink yet, madam. Set it by a while.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
Have at you now! Ah!
Come there, assist!
Nay, come again!
They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lady?
How goes it, Laertes?
Why, as a woodcock to mine own spring, sir, I am justly killed with mine own treachery.
Oh, look to the queen there, go!
She swoons to see them bleed.
No, no! The drink! The drink! Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink! I am poisoned!
Treachery! Lock the door and seek it out!
slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is not half an hour's life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, invaded and envenomed. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. The queen is poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame.
The point in venom too. Then venom, do thy work!
Oh, yet defend me, friends, I am but hurt.
Thou murderous, incestuous, damned Dane, drink off this potion. Follow my mother.
Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my dear father's death comes not on thee, nor thine on me.
Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Wretched queen, it's you. You that look pale and tremble at this act, that are but mutes, or audience to this chance, had I but time. As the spell sergeant Death is strict in his arrest, I could tell you. But let it be. Oh, Horatio, I die. Thou livest. Report me in my cause, aright to the unsatisfied.
Never believe it. I am one antique Roman to the day. Here's yet some liquor left.
As thou art a man, give me the cup. By heaven, I'll have it. Oh, good Horatio, what a wounded name. If ever thou held me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity for a while in this cruel world, and draw thy breath in pain to tell my story, I die, Horatio. The rest is silence.
No! Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet princess. And flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.